Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Go for Gaming. Today I'll be showcasing Viktor, the new champion in League of Legends. Now, I will not actually be doing commentary live because I've been having trouble while recording and playing at the same time. Not necessarily trouble with the actual playing, but more the fact that I cannot concentrate on playing and talking at the same time. I was actually talking and playing at the same time while doing this game, and you can see the effect it had on my game ability. Anyway, enough of that. You may notice I have a new headset, so the sound is slightly better. I'll just let you watch the emotes.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
You can fix all your flaws. The key to the, huh? That is the what? Keep your hand to yourself.
Okay, those are the emotes. Yes, so my thoughts on the champion. Well, basically, I like the champion so far. I mean, he's a mage champion, however, can be tanky mage or more damage mage. Now, I went in this one as my augmentation for the coolest sounding one, which is the augmentation of death. Pretty much it enhances your E ability to make it do sort of like an ignite effect after you attack with it. Now, I was against Viktor on the opposing team, as you'll see shortly. Remember, I'm just pulling blue, and I'll head over there. I head around the wrong way, so I might lose some XP, but that's fine. Anyway, so basically my thoughts on the champion so far. Well, I like the abilities. I like all the skill shots. They really feel satisfying to land. Well, not as many skill shots, but they just feel really satisfying, especially the E one. First let's go for the abilities. You have your Q. You blast an enemy for 800 plus medic damage, turning 40% of the damage dealt as a shield. This is your pretty much primary target nuke, which we'll be upgrading first. And your second ability is a stun, which will slow enemies, and if they stay in the shield for 1.5 seconds, they'll be stunned. The third ability is a death wave, which you saw right there. So they break on the fire chaos beam that cuts across the field in a line, dealing magic damage. You can see I'm having lots of trouble in lane at the moment, but it's a good thing I went boots and 3 pots as opposed to the Dawn's Wing that Viktor has. Now, I mentioned augmentation before. You may note in the bottom corner of my items I have a hex core. It can be upgraded to 3 augmentations and will enhance the basic abilities. So basically, that's that. The last thing I need to go over is the ult. It's basically a storm, which you just drop down in an area, and you will do lots of magic damage. Kind of like Quid's ult, except it moves. Not with you, but wherever you want it to go. It will move faster the closer it is to you, and it will move slower the further away it is from you. Now, also to note, this is a normal game, and the other team does not have a jungler. The reason I was playing normals is because in a draft or a ranked game, well, one, I wouldn't play a new character in ranked anyway, but in draft mode it's unlikely I'll be able to get the character straight up. So as you can see, I have significant hit points here, but I get stunned. No, I don't get stunned. That there was a stunning machine. However, I managed to just get out of time before I stunned. Imagine it's like Swain's stun. Except, yeah, like Swain's stun, except without the slowing effect. No, with a slowing effect. So, what can I go over now? My thoughts on the mage. A lot like Xerath in a way. What I mean by this is his normal spells do a fair amount of damage, but they aren't quite, they're kind of lacking. Like, whereas if your brand, like your 3 damage spells, there's quite a lot of damage straight up. I mean, they do damage straight up, but not quite as much as you would expect from a mage. However, his ult compensates a lot for this. It's a really powerful ult, especially in the area effect. In area effect spells, compared to, so like Xerath, I would imagine going Lucidity Boots would be a good idea on this champion. but I cannot be 100% sure until I've done further testing. Just because having the ult up at all times would be quite useful. It's a 100-second cooldown, so it does take a while to come back up. Now the build I'm going is the one straight from the build showing the champion spotlight. So if you have any problems saying the build is on, well then it may be. But this is my first game, so going off the base build we were given. Here I returned to lane, and I'm still slightly ahead. And I'm ahead in terms of items and mana, so I trying to push my advantage now, but I completely miss both my skill shots, which is kind of embarrassing. Pushed me back down to almost even health already. Well, he has less mana than I do, so the shield is quite significant, even if you're wondering. So, what more can I say? Well, I do like the style of the hero. I like skill shots though, so if you like heroes like Lux and Zeref, these type of heroes, then maybe this is the hero for you. If you prefer more target spells like Rise or maybe Annie, then, well, Annie, yeah, not quite Annie, but you know, I'm rambling at the moment. I'm rambling. I don't actually know what I'm saying, whether they're coming out, but I'm not sure what they actually are. Now here I'm taking a lot of pointless harass from the enemy, which is a really bad thing to do. Fortunately I have health pots, but I'm taking more harass from the minions as well, which is bad. However, Yorick is coming around. No, he's not. That is later on. Also, if you notice here, that he cannot last hit a minion, even if he gets double hit by the tower. So he's a very low base attack, so it's hard to last hit a minion if you're not used to it. Kind of like Rise. And here you just see more dodging and casting of spells. So he's a fairly costly hero. So you should ask yourself, like, is this a hero for you? Now, I wasn't super enthusiastic when I first playing him, but I wasn't unenthusiastic. So, not saying, it hit a point, like halfway through the game, where I was like, I get it now. And I was sort of starting to get more excited. But at first I wasn't entirely sure, that's for the first 5 minutes, but then it kind of picked up, so let's see how this goes. And here Yorick comes the gank, and I did say I have a stun. However, he misinterpreted that, and he went in straight away when I wasn't ready. However, let's just watch this fight. What I did there was pop my ult and killed him without using any other abilities apart from my slow. The ult is really, really powerful. Like, it does 150 damage straight up, plus 40 for each second for 7 seconds. So theoretically, it does quite a bit of damage, if you can stay in the zone long enough. While there's a bit of downtime with nothing really happening, I'd like to mention that we have I have a Twitter account, Kobe Strangelove on Twitter. Although I don't really do a lot of tweeting, mainly because no one's on my Twitter at the moment. I got like 2 or 3 followers, so if you want updates, I guess go there, but I don't really update often, so here's the downside. Now you may notice that I have a different skin from the other Viktor, and that is because he has the robotic skin. Let's have a close look at this.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
So, I also have a Facebook page, the Go for Gaming, although I also haven't really set it up yet either. So if you want, you can go check out the Twitter, but do not feel compelled, it's nothing's really going on. Also, if you like the video, you can go like it, subscribe, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Favorite the video, that kind of stuff. Okay, back to the action. All the plugging is over with. I really hate pointless plugging, but there we go. Now here he uses his ult after he's stunned, but unfortunately I wasn't low enough for him to kill me. It's a fairly effective zoning tool, as you can see. if used properly.
Has been slain.
Now I'm at half health right now, but I know that he's gone use his ult, so I can be quite confident. And when he gets stunned, I use my ult and all my abilities to take him down to near my health. I probably shouldn't have been so aggressive there, but I knew he had no mana, so it wasn't such a problem. The ever sarcastic Shaco. Sarcastic? Did I actually say sarcastic? Oh, that's bad. If you're wondering about my accent, I am half British and Australian. Sarcastic. He's sarcastic. Where was I? See, I ramble a lot. I'm not actually thinking about what I say. When I think about what I say before I do something like this, normally the conversation is slightly more intelligent. Only slightly though, not by a huge amount. I hear I teleport back because I know I can teleport in, and it'll give me the advantage. Also, Yoke wants blue, so teleporting back in would be good, so I can get the blue. It's always good to get blue on a mage hero of any sort. If your jungler can afford it, that is. If your jungler is something like Fiddle 6, it's probably unlikely that you'll be able to take blue. I hope you pick up blue. There's some slight damage on our tower because of it, but it's worth it in the long run. I'm actually really tired right now. I just got back from a long day of doing stuff really. It's Christmas, and get together, that kind of stuff. So I'm quite tired. So let's have a look at the map while nothing's going on. York is taking dragon. He even altered to take dragon, I think. Yes, he did. And on the bottom, we have my really missing an action call, if I recall. This one I noticed it didn't come on this way, but aside, he's not done any damage, so I can say he continue farming. Dragon has been killed, and the team are moving to surround Viktor. I should have reacted slightly sooner. I start reacting now. It is too late, probably. I walk into the stun. I thought the timer would have gone off by it, but perhaps not. I go in and drop both my abilities and then ult him. This brings him really low, so you're actually able to pick up the kill. I used that in tower range for far too long though, which is a problem. And I could have been killed by Poppy if I was not careful. Here, it's not a huge stun. It's a 1.5 second stun, but it's long enough to do a lot of damage, as you can see. Yorick and I are able to take probably down to half health. So, it's long enough to equalize the battle. Now he went back through the stun, so he will get stunned there. You want to avoid the stun, try and get out of it as soon as possible. And if it's behind you, don't run back through it, run forward, unless it's impossible to do that safely. Now you see my brilliant aiming right there. I have to make a note that it is actually the aiming system that was used for Rumble's ult. So you may find it hard to use straight up. I remember when I first used Rumble, which was actually quite recently, I was really bad at my aiming of the ult. It took me like 3 or 4 ults before I actually worked out what I was doing. Thankfully, since it's a shorter cooldown, it shouldn't take that long. Now let's look at the creep schools. As you can see, I'm really far behind. Not far behind Viktor, I'm actually out-CSing him. Maybe because of the harass or the amount of ganking he's been doing bottom. But still, I should be far more than that. Then again, it is a new champion, so it takes a while to learn how much takes the last hit. Especially if you do what I do, like play mostly AD champions or solo tops. I got killed there by his ult. I could have flashed out of it, but I thought it would kill me immediately because I didn't know how much damage it did. But because of that, I die, and I may have not survived my flash. There's now 4-4, with 1 kill for each of us. And while we're waiting, look at how solo top's going. It is a double lane solo top. I think, yeah, it does that. This is a double lane solo top with Shin, with the golden Shin skin, which I think is the best Shin skin there is. Maybe a view of it coming in to help. I get to see a view of the mana bars. I'm using low replay, which is really it's buggy in a way. It's not incredibly buggy, but often it is. And then sometimes the health bars will go off. Okay, here we have Yai and Viktor fighting out the mid. It's not a fast stun, so don't expect it to save you if you're under a tower. Unless... sometimes it will though, but just know that's not immediate. Your longest range ability is like your E. So, in my playstyle, I'll probably use the E a lot, just to long range harass, and go more damage from tank. Whereas I imagine if you use this one, you're slightly more of a tanking mage. And that's... okay, I ult here, but it's not enough damage to do it. If I had flashed and used both my abilities, I would have killed him. But I may have died also, and Sona ulted, so I was prevented from doing that. But to automatically can because I am lazy, and any free control I have is good. And you can see I'm doing a fair amount of AoE damage on my E spell, and continuing the fight. Here I flash, and possibly a pointless flash, but I wasn't sure if we were going to get away. Now we're going to make a push in the tower. So, where am I? I should really wake up. It's too late at night. You know, I thought the attack, thinking he shouldn't already attack them, but like, really he hasn't. So I take a lot of tower harass and could have gone down there if I wasn't paying attention. I probably should back off here, but I was slightly reckless. But I survived, so it's not a huge problem. Now, my thoughts on the champion. I actually really like the playstyle. Like the skill shots and the slow and the old, kind of a neat feature. Also, the ability to change your play with the Hex core upgrades. It's also an interesting feature. Now the augmented power increases your Q spell, which gives you a movement speed after hitting your Q. Plus health regen and health. So gives your ability power. And death ray, which set fire enemies dealing magic damage for 4 seconds. That is upgrade on your E. And the upgrade on your W is cooldown reduction, mana regen, and additional cast range. So if you're going a tanky mage, I'd imagine going your Q, because it's closer range ability. If you're going a more long range damage, imagine you get the augment for your E ability. If you're going more support role, then your gravity field upgrade, probably the one you want to get. So, how will I be playing him? I mostly probably go for the damage on the E, because that's sort of my style of playing. However, I like the options. It's really good to have options when you're playing a hero because it helps you when you're not getting bored. For not getting bored. I'm missing my voice already. How wonderful. Now here I ran into gameplay again Puppy, which is nice. The stun gave me enough time for them to run around. Also you can cast that spell when moving, so you can damage them even while running away. Most useful. Now, let's see. I was playing him on the minion before, and he's fairly good on the minion because he has a nice AoE stun, which especially helps with the level 1 top fight. Also, he's fairly good AoE spells. He's not so much straight up 1v1 though. I mean, he can be, but he's not like an assassin like a Kaylee. So he may not be the strongest on the minion compared to like a Kaylee or Zin or Poppy even. However, he is still a fairly good choice. If you like mage characters though, I'd recommend picking him up. He is 6,300 IP. 600 IP, that would be amazing. But unfortunately that's not the case. Or at least in that amount of RP if you do it that way. And here I use my ult and try to get Sona with her. Although I kind of got lost in the team fight then, I wasn't quite sure where I was. I still managed to pick her up though. However, I get ulted by the by the other Viktor and he kills me. Now while the game has been close for most of the game, it's sort of starting to lean in our favour. There's been no move on Baron yet, but it's mainly because most people at this level didn't realise you could do Baron quite this early.
Unstoppable.
Now here I'm heading top to farm top wave. So there are some interesting sound effects which go along with this guy, as you can probably tell. I wouldn't say he's the best farm in the game, especially not compared to someone like Shyvana or Morgana. However, he is able to do it relatively well, as long as you get used to how he last hits.
Dominating.
Now here I hit him with all my spells. I managed to kill him with 1.5 of my combo. Shouldn't ult me, I'm not sure where he came from, but at least he gets the top lane quickly, in any case. Now we head over to middle lane to see how it's going. And I'm using... yes. I honestly do not know what to say. I am kind of lost for words. I am doing relatively okay. And so was the other Viktor in the team. He chose to go for the augment power, which increases the movement speed on your Q. I, in this game, choose to go for the augment diff, just because it's 7 core. Now, here I should have a ADD I am, but not noticing that Cosmo was shooting me. However, I work it out fairly quickly when I see my life bar dropping, and start moving top for this push on the tower. you see the fight taking place, I'm mainly poking at them and slowing them and trying to get as many people as possible. And here I come in and see the perfect opportunity to ult. They all bunched up. Get a kill. Unfortunately, I take tower aggro for some reason, and I fall to the tower. Which is most unfortunate in the long run. I hear they surrender, so that is all. Just please like the video if you like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. And subscribe if you want, and I'll see you next time.